Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this very special occasion, Nerinx Hall's graduation. My name is Maddie Martinez, and as class president, it is my honor and privilege to introduce the Nerinx Hall graduating class of 2020. I would now like to introduce our principal, Dr. Molly Grumick, for the invocation.
Good morning. Before we begin with prayer, just a couple of things. Thank you all who joined us in praying for no rain. We really appreciate it. We forgot to pray for no humidity, but what can you do? So we're good. So thank you. At the end of the ceremony, after the girls sing the alma mater, there will be a little bit of a boom. So everybody be prepared for that. We don't want to startle anyone or having them be taken off guard. So as soon as the alma mater is finished, there'll be a small boom. After the alma mater, the girls will process out up around Father Nerinx for a little hat toss, and then we'll be finished. We're going to be able to do the diplomas and the small gift over here as they walk off the stage. There will be a professional photo taken of them on the stage when they hold their diploma cover up, so every family will have an opportunity to get those as well. Alrighty, so now that we have the business at hand, if everyone could join me in quieting themselves. O suffering Jesus, we give thee glory, thanks, and praise. God of wisdom, God of all women, look with favor now today on our Nerinx Hall graduates for the class of 2020. You who promise to be with us always, even to the end of time, be with our seniors today as they move beyond our halls and classrooms into a world which greatly needs them. Surround them with grace as they discover new friends, expand their knowledge, build new communities, find new ways to make a difference in their world. God of understanding, be with these parents as they struggle to make space for the growth of a new person with different needs, unlimited dreams, who is growing up and out beyond us. Bless our faculty as they watch the young women we've come to love move on to new mentors. As we grow in age, may we also grow in the wisdom and grace and the gracious art of learning to let go. Gracious God, we listen for your leading to help each of us, graduates, parents, and faculty, move through this time of change, remembering always our own holiness, your powerful presence with us, and the deep joy inherent in laughter, trust, prayer, and deliberate Christian action. And the people say,
It is my pleasure to introduce Rachel Solverud. Since freshman year, Rachel has not only achieved impressive academic and athletic accomplishments, but she has also been a sister that we can all count on and trust. Whether Rachel was rocking her Nerinx plaid, her basketball or soccer jersey, or my personal favorite, a pair of blue jeans, she has never ceased to amaze each one of us. Rachel is the class of 2020's salutatorian. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Solverud.
Hi, everyone. I'm sure you're all tired of talking about and hearing about how different 2020 is. As seniors, we definitely get it. But we have to admit, 2020 has been special. People have been saying that 2020 will be the year of the asterisk. An asterisk is the character that denotes exceptional circumstances. And surely 2020 will be full of asterisks. I mean, at Nerinx, the soccer team couldn't travel back to the state championship. Mamma Mia couldn't grace the stage of the Hegney. Courtney couldn't add more track medals to her record. And we all couldn't cry together in our senior shirts on class day. But even so, this little symbol next to our graduating year will be our badge of honor. We will make it a sign of who we are, not what could have been. It shows our strength and resilience for making it through these uncertain times. It shows our bond as a class that is truly unmatched. So give us the 2020 asterisk, not because of the time we lost together, but because of the memories we had already made. Not because we missed prom and a party, but because of how we always danced together in celebration. Not because we can't hug today, but because of how we embraced each other at senior retreat. Not because we must social distance, but because of how we fight for social justice. Not because of the mask covering our mouths, but because of the power of our voices. And not because of how much the world has changed us these past few months, but because of how we will all change the world in the future. I would like to thank everyone here today and those who were unable to join us, who have supported the class of 2020, the teachers, coaches, and staff that truly make Nerinx a unique place. All of us here know that what makes Nerinx special is the independence and the open-mindedness of our teachers. And you are all so much more than teachers. You are role models. And for that, we will always be grateful. I also want to thank the administration. And I would also like to leave you with a message from the class of 2020. We appreciate everything you have done for us, and we realize you have a difficult job, and dealing with empowered young women doesn't make it any easier. It isn't easy to preserve the Loretto values and Nerinx traditions in today's world. But while we are leaving, we will always remember, respect, and protect the traditions and values that define what it means to be a Nerinx marker and bind us to the women that came before us. Heyday 2016 was when we first learned what it means to be a part of the Nerinx community. Shout Week taught us all what it means to stand up for those in need. And in joining the community, all I can say is bring back Beanie Week. On behalf of the class of 2020, I want to challenge the underclassmen and all future marker classes to be better than us. Nerinx must continue to be a place where the things that make us different are valued and embraced. We must celebrate racial and cultural diversity. That diversity, which is a core Loretto value, should be represented in the student body as well as our teachers and staff. And please continue to make Nerinx a place that accepts and adapts, so self-expression can be celebrated best in our LGBTQ+ community. Continue holding difficult conversations, because that is what makes Nerinx students in this generation so powerful. In closing, to each of my Nerinx classmates, I want to thank you for letting me share the last 4 years with you. And every time you look at the 2020 asterisk, think about us. Think about the value and respect each of us deserve. We are strong and powerful. We are world changers. We truly are the funniest class with the best class party, the best haunted house, the best lunches, the best Instagram page, and the best class group me. Stay classy, class of 2020. Thank you.
Now I would like to introduce to you Keaton Eibendahl, the valedictorian of the class of 2020. Keaton's passion for academics inspired us each and every day. Her natural talents as a student and graceful gifts as an athlete have shown us all that hard work really does pay off. It has been an absolute honor to know you, and we are beyond proud to call you one of our sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, Keaton Eibendahl.
Good morning and hello to the class of 2020, staff, faculty, family, and friends. I am absolutely honored to stand here as your valedictorian today. I would like to thank all the teachers who pushed me to answer every question, my family who drove me to rehearsals and races and everything in between, my coaches who taught me to love a sport that I knew nothing about, and of course, all you seniors for keeping Nerinx the place that we know and love. These definitely aren't the circumstances that we thought we would graduate under. COVID-19 prevented us from having a normal last day of school or a normal prom or even just a normal last few months in general. But as Nerinx women, we've never been ones to even want normal in the first place. Freshman year, this new normal was probably at least a little bit of a culture shock to us. We had to learn the ropes of contact cookies, the library candy, the tech office candy, the admissions office candy, the English office candy, valuable skills for the rest of our careers. We made our me boxes that year, struggled through our first JB class, and fought for Spectrum Club. Sophomore year, things started to get a little more real. Between geometry and our research papers, we really thought things couldn't get much harder than they were. But if only we knew about the bio all-nighters and interdis debates that would be coming up for us junior year. Becoming upperclassmen was a huge step up for us. I mean, junior hallway is prime locker real estate. But after we got our class rings, the rest of the year really flew by, and before we knew it, we were here at senior year. Although it was cut short, we made so many memories this past year. From scavenger hunt, our last heyday, last retreat, and a whole lot of other things that we didn't know would be our last. Our last day of school was the day of quiz bowl and the pie recitation contest. Not exactly a traditional end to our high school careers, and neither is this. In a way, it's sort of fitting. All of us came to Nerinx one way, and we're all leaving as completely different people. The past few years have taken everything that we knew and turned it on its head. I came to Nerinx with what I thought was a plan. I wanted to do science and math, and that was gonna be it. Instead, I've found myself on varsity cross country, playing 4 years in the orchestra, gone on service trips, and even tried some art classes in there. I can definitely say that I'm leaving Nerinx as someone completely different. Over the past 4 years, we have grown from shy, awkward, uncertain freshmen to activists, athletes, musicians, writers, educators, and so much more. Our class has become full of powerful change makers. Over the past few weeks and months, I have been able to watch our class use these values that Nerinx has instilled with us to begin to make real change from the injustices in our own country, community, and our world. Our generation is angry about racial injustice, upset about the health of our planet, anxious about what's coming up in the next day, week, month, and year. We're ready, though, to take it all on, and we've already started. I have never been more proud to be part of a group of such empowered women. Even in the midst of a pandemic and historical movement, we are still and always will be Nerinx women, no matter where life takes us. Thank you.
I am proud to introduce Nerinx Hall's president, Mr. John Gabriel. Mr. Gabriel has definitely been our right-hand man throughout these past 4 years. He was always there for us when we needed help with absolutely anything. His constant love and support is something that the class of 2020 never fails to appreciate. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Gabriel.
Good morning, parents, family, faculty, and staff, and most importantly, the Nerinx Hall class of 2020. Welcome to the 95th commencement ceremonies in Nerinx Hall. We are so pleased to be here to recognize this great class, and we are so excited to finally celebrate their graduation from our school. As with all of our graduating classes, the young women we recognize on this special morning are scholars, writers, poets, artists, actresses, athletes, musicians, social activists, nurturers of the environment, volunteers, and leaders. Their energy and their commitment to changing the world have been evident since they arrived on our campus 4 years ago. Just as important has been their independence, their courage, and their strength of purpose. Their loyalty to their school and to each other is obvious to everyone. I don't mean to suggest that there haven't been disagreements between the school and the class of 2020. One has to expect differences of opinion when working with empowered young women, of course. But I appreciate the class of 2020's willingness to dialogue and to discuss issues and concerns. This class has certainly left its mark on Nerinx Hall. They will be remembered and appreciated for many years to come. As our other speakers have mentioned this morning, the defining incident for the Nerinx Hall class of 2020 will surely be the coronavirus pandemic, which shut our school down last March and changed the world in ways that we couldn't have imagined in January. You'll note on the program that today's scheduled speaker is our principal, Molly Grummick. Tuesday of this week, I discovered that our staff in Lockwood House had been exposed to a possible case of COVID-19, so the entire staff went home to self-quarantine until the individual in question's test came back negative yesterday morning. I didn't think I'd be able to attend your graduation today because we didn't expect to get the test results back so quickly. But I'm glad to report that my string of 35 graduations in the last 35 years remains unbroken. For our graduates, the last 4.5 months have been much more difficult than my experience this week. The pandemic has forced you to surrender cherished parts of our school culture. No senior awards ceremony, no prom, no senior last day, no baccalaureate, and a postponed graduation. Those are tough pills to swallow. The faculty and staff at Nerinx Hall have been deeply saddened by not being able to share the last 3 months of the school year with our seniors. For many of us, the highlight of the year was the senior parade that we enjoyed back in May. For one afternoon, we were able to celebrate your accomplishments and your contributions to our school as a community. The joy that I saw during the senior parade was similar to the same spirit I saw on the Friday nights that so many of you attended when Mill turned on the scoreboard to celebrate the class of 2020. Your joy in being together as a community was palpable to all. And now this morning, a graduation outside on our campus on this beautiful morning. For all that the class of 2020 has missed since the pandemic closed our school on March 12th, they have also started new traditions and helped move our school culture forward. Don't be surprised if next year's seniors ask for a senior parade. Don't be surprised if Nerinx Hall starts to schedule graduation on our campus in succeeding years, although preferably not in July. More than 150 years ago, Charles Darwin wrote, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one that is most adaptable to change." For the Nerinx Hall class of 2020, your adaptability has helped you and our school move forward. For all of your contributions to our school, this contribution may be the most important one that you have given. We wish you well as you continue to move beyond our campus into the world. We will miss you and your spirit, your independence, your sense of humor, and your willingness to challenge the status quo. We won't forget your contributions to our school. Please remember that Nerinx Hall remains a part of you for the rest of your life. Keep changing the world and keep adapting to change. I hope that we see you soon. Thank you very much. We have two very special awards to make this morning. First of all, I would like to recognize Courtney Williams, who was recently named the Gatorade Track and Field Athlete of the Year in Missouri. This award, which recognizes not only outstanding athletic excellence, but also high standards of academic achievement and exemplary character demonstrated on and off the field, distinguishes Courtney as Missouri's best high school track and field athlete. She has signed a national letter of intent to compete in track and field on scholarship at Clemson University. Courtney, would you please stand so everyone could recognize you and your accomplishment? Our second award this morning is a very special one. The Father Nerinx Award is the highest honor given by Nerinx Hall. The person chosen for this award most clearly exemplifies the philosophy of our school. She is a student who strives for academic excellence. She has assumed leadership within the Nerinx community, demonstrates a commitment to Christian values, and is generous in the service of others. The winner of the Father Nerinx Award inspires community and committed action in the face of human need. This year's Father Nerinx Award recipient is Jane Whalen. Jane, please stand so you can be recognized.
Good morning. As we call our graduates forward, it is with pride and respect that we confer each diploma. We invite you, our guests, to join us in helping each graduate receive her diploma with grace and honor. Please refrain from applauding each student individually. We will pause for applause after each group of students has been called. I will also announce the school that each student was planning to attend as of June 1st. The following seniors have completed the requirements for graduation and are entitled to receive a diploma from Nerinx Hall High School. Group 1, should go with where Mrs. Hunt is on the Lockwood side. When your group is called, if you bring your graduation cover with you, that would be lovely. Grace Elizabeth Anderson, University of Arkansas. Catherine Ann Armbruster, University of Missouri, Columbia. Ella Rose Becarier, University of Missouri, Columbia. Mia Christine Baldus, Savannah College of Art and Design. Megan Elizabeth Bayless, University of Missouri, Columbia, Honors College. Gabrielle Marie Ballard, University of Dayton. Haley Rianne Barks, University of Missouri, Columbia. Paige Calderwood Barnett, University of Mississippi, Honors College. Addison Julia Bellestry, Ohio Northern University. Mia Christine Barra, Maryville University of St. Louis. Lauren Michelle Beeg, Missouri University of Science and Technology. If Group 2 would please line up by the Lockwood House behind the rest of Group 1. Remember your diploma covers. Sophie Louise Blum, Lindenwood University. Jemiah Demetia Bonner, Spelman College. Jasmine DeMarche Bonner, Southeast Missouri State University. This is the end of Group 1, if you'd like to applaud. Claire Elizabeth Bradell, University of Missouri, Columbia. Allison Nicole Brown, Concordia University, Chicago. Megan Carol Bryan, University of Kansas. Jillian Lee Capello, St. Louis University. Margaret Ruth Cleland, University of Mississippi. Sophia Catherine Coco, University of Arkansas. Zoe Danielle Kaufman, Howard University. Faith Patricia Cooney, University of Missouri, Columbia. Katie Marie Dietrich, DePaul University. Riley Elizabeth Durando, Northwest Missouri State University. Caroline Grace Ebeker, St. Louis University, Direct Admit Nursing. Mia Josephine Fields, Bucknell University. Mia Grace Fiordalisi, University of Dayton. Keely Frances Flanagan, Missouri State University. If Diploma Group 3 could gather by the Lockwood House with your diploma covers. Mia Margaret Frakes, University of Kentucky. Sarah Ellen Franke, Southeast Missouri State University. Lola Rose Frost, Elmhurst College. That's the end of Diploma Group 2. Angela Renee Gerstner, Kent State University. Addison Mara Garardini, the University of Arizona. Aminel Kathleen Gill, the American University of Paris. Christina Marie Judici, Loyola University, Chicago. Kathleen Mary Gravette, University of Central Missouri. Ferris Story Green, the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. Nyla Nicole Green, Southeast Missouri State University. Kathleen Joan Grunler, West Virginia University. Brooke Gordon Guthrie, DePaul University. Ella Catherine Hassick, University of South Carolina, Columbia. Sydney Sierra Haymore, University of Dayton. Lindsay Ann Heckel, St. Louis University. Wait a minute, wait. Zoe Madronick Hines, University of Missouri, Columbia. Lucy Payne Heller, St. Louis University. Alexandria Doreen Hennis, Creighton University. Catherine Claire Hercules, Miami University, Oxford. Abigail Elizabeth Hodges, Bellarmine University. Riley Kathleen Howard, Western Illinois University. Can Diploma Group 4 please line up on the Lockwood side with your diploma covers? Claire Elizabeth Hughes, Bradley University. Erin Margaret Hughes, Jefferson College. Haley Marie Hughes, University of Kentucky. And that completes Diploma Group 4. Catherine Emily Hewlett, University of Missouri, Columbia. Keaton Elizabeth Ibendell, University of Oregon Honors College. Amy Grace Kaufman, University of Missouri, Columbia. Elizabeth Grace Kelly, University of Missouri, Columbia. Ella Rose Kearns, Belmont University. Abigail Shea Curtine, University of Missouri, Columbia, Honors College. Mallory Rose Clutho, Stevens College. Emma Marie Lacey, Southeast Missouri State University. Trudy Kathleen Lane, Marquette University. Mary Catherine Levine, University of Dayton. Sophia Bridget Lawrence, DePaul University. Mildred Meserve Lawyer, University of Kansas. Caroline Rose Lee, University of Arkansas. If Diploma Group 5 will line up by the Lockwood House with your diploma covers. Scoot over a little there. There you go. Lauren Otto LaCavali, University of Missouri Columbia Honors College. Mary Frances Long, University of Missouri Columbia. Andrea Jewel Lowe, Missouri University of Science and Technology. And that completes that diploma group. Andrea Francine Lubers, gap year. Megan Caroline Lucas, Webster University. Catherine Michelle Lukefar, St. Louis Community College. Kathleen Nash McDonald, University of Missouri Columbia. Mary Ann McDonald, University of Missouri Columbia. Madeline Elaine Martinez, St. Louis University, Direct Admit Nursing. Ellen Elizabeth Massetti, Coastal Carolina University. Taylor Elizabeth McFarland, Marquette University. Helen K. McGrath, University of Missouri Columbia. Isabel Anna McGuire, Missouri University of Science and Technology. Peyton Lee McMahon, University of Mississippi. Lydia Mercurio Meni, the University of Arizona. Anna Josephine Merlot, University of Missouri Columbia. Lillian Rose Molitor, Columbia College, Chicago. If diploma group 6 can line up over by Lockwood House with your diploma covers. Madeline Elise Morris, Truman State University. Mary Claire Muehlman, Loyola University, Chicago. Margaret Kathleen Muldoon, the University of Alabama Honors College. Colleen Joe Murphy, Marquette University. That's the end of Diploma Group 5. Claire Elizabeth Neal, Loyola University, Chicago. Sarah Elizabeth Nemenik, University of Denver. Hannah Ngaga, Fashion Institute of Technology. Macy Ann O'Connell, Quinnipiac University. Caroline Reese O'Keefe, St. Mary's College. Chloe Teresa Peters, Loyola University, Chicago, Honors College. Emily Elizabeth Polite, University of Arkansas. Natalie Ann Polite, Missouri State University. Jessica Fatina Preuser, St. Louis University. Catherine Lynn Roos, University of Cincinnati College, Conservatory of Music. Myra Guadalupe Rodriguez, St. Louis University, Direct Admit Nursing. Allison Emily Roseman, Southeast Missouri State University. If diploma group 7 can line up on the Lockwood side with your diploma covers. Claire Renee Ruttencutter, DePaul University. Courtney Ann Salsick, Missouri State University. Catherine Hope Schmidt, University of Missouri, Columbia. Margaret Rose Schulte, Southeast Missouri State University. That's the last of that diploma group. Fiona Wynn Scott, Oklahoma City University. Mallory Helen Sees, DePaul University. Madison Ann Shavers, Baylor University. Amanda Marie Simpson, Missouri State University. Jaden Holly Elaine Smith, Belmont University. Rachel Lila Salvarud, University of Missouri Columbia Honors College. Isabella Claire Sosby, University of Arkansas. Krista Maria Spies, Grinnell College. Maida Catherine Stevens, Fordham University. Grace Catherine Stewart, University of Missouri Columbia. Morgan Louise Street, Iowa State University. If diploma group 8 would stand up, take your diploma covers and go to the Lockwood House side. Caroline Elizabeth Stuckey, Missouri State University. Aiden Lee Switzer, University of Dayton. You want me to hold that? Madeline Jane Thurman, St. Charles Community College. Maddie is the last of that diploma group. Myrella Angelique Turnell, University of Missouri, Columbia. Bridget Ann Veeder, Marquette University. Lucy Marie Vogel, College of Charleston. Ryan Chalaner Wald, St. Louis University, Direct Admit, Occupational Therapy. Kaylin Denise Walters, University of Denver. Amy Catherine Wenzel, Creighton University Honors College. Emma Michelle Wetzel, New York University Stern School of Business. Jane Whalen, Benedictine College. Riley Maddox Wiggins, St. Louis Community College. Courtney Danielle Williams, Clemson University. Erin Marie Williams, St. Ambrose University. Hannah Elizabeth Wilson, Central Michigan University. Megan Elise Young, Missouri State University. Emma Francesca Zhang, the University of Alabama. Catherine Grace Zichinski, Missouri University of Science and Technology. If everybody wants to follow Catherine's lead, if the graduates want to stand and move your tassels from the right side to the left side. I think so. If you would like to remain standing and sing the alma mater, then we can dismiss.